Welcome again to another edition of Cowboys and Chill here at Echo Lounge. Appreciate the proprietors of Echo Lounge. Let us come out here every Thursday night game watching the Cowboys talk show. Have a Cowboys guest produced by my man Law Nation right now. Who's sponsoring this?
Frenkel and Frenkel Law Firm. Be sure to check out FrenkelFirm.com. And with that being said, if you ever slip and fall at work or you're an offender bender, call 817 or 214, and that's all threes with FrenkelFirm.com. Let's get it.
Clarence Hill, All City Dallas, your host, Cowboys and Chill. Again, I already introduced Law Nation. To my far left, Nui Scruggs, NBC5, member of Omega Psi Phi. It's our Omega Psi Phi Achievement Week, and we're celebrating all week long. Appreciate you coming out, Nui.
Yes, sir.
I've been on TV with Nui today on the Cowboys Media Mash. We've been talking all week about this Cowboys season. We talked about the problems on the defense, problems at defensive tackle. And who do we have here?
A defensive tackle.
Not just a defensive tackle.
Come on.
Former Pro Bowl defensive tackle, Jay Ratliff in the house. Thank you, Jay Ratliff, for coming out and showing up.
Appreciate you coming out.
Appreciate you coming out.
Man, thank you for having me.
Jay Ratliff, again, I told you earlier, the Cowboys have not valued the defensive tackle position since you and Hatcher left. I don't think they've had a dominant well, they haven't. I don't even have to think about it.
Interior.
They definitely have not had a dominant interior pass rushing type tackle since you guys left. My boy was on his way till he started smoking all that weed.
David Irvin. David Irvin, man. Hey, he's a friend of the show. Shout out to
we love David Irvin.
Shout out to you, David. Yeah.
David Irvin will tell you right now. He wanted to smoke that weed.
He didn't want to smoke one. You know what I'm saying?
You know, he was definitely on his way. But Jay, man, you've been watching.
Smoke weed every day.
Oh, I had to get one of that. I had to get that was my guy, David Irvin, man. Shout out to him. Good going.
You've been watching the Cowboys. What do you see as a problem? As a defensive guy, I know not being able to stop the run, struggling against the run for a long time now.
That was a major problem.
And it's still a major problem. And then the worst run defense in the league. How frustrating is it as a defensive performer to watch that?
It's very frustrating. D-line wise, I don't see it. I don't see it, especially in the interior D-line. Like they're constantly getting pushed back. They're guessing on the plays. You can tell that it's not film recognition or spending enough time watching films, formation recognition. None of that is there. And losing your place on your rush lanes when you're rushing. Yeah. You know, like if you got a running quarterback.
Right.
Destroy this defense.
Wow.
Right.
Talk to me about this, though. You know, as a tackle, nose tackle, someone who penetrate, get upfield, whether it's a one tech or a three tech, and shoot, you played at both of those spots, man, and you was able to penetrate. What is the number one thing, get off or pad levels?
Both. Simultaneously. Yes.
Simultaneously.
Yes.
Is it fixable for Mozzie? I'm just getting right to it, bro.
I think it is. It can be. It can be. You really have to just get away from everything and just focus on just your technique in the game and a lot of film study.
Right.
Like your formation is going to tell you everything. The depth of the backs is going to tell you everything. The split is going to tell you everything. So you'll be able to play that much faster and more confident. But I think somebody really needs to pull him to the side, and he dedicated himself to that.
How frustrating is that? Because, you know, what would you pick, 6th, 7th round?
Oh, yeah.
7th.
7th round.
Out of Auburn.
That's what I'm saying. I know.
Auburn.
I was making
I was at the bottom of the barrel.
I was making a point, though. You know, that's the first round pick.
Right.
You know, and you see a guy that's, you know, valued that high, picked that high. You certainly got it out the dirt.
Right.
You know, 7th round pick. You know, to see a guy that is it. Do you see talent, a lack of talent, like a work ethic, what is it?
I'm not going to say talent because I've seen flashes.
Right.
You know?
You have seen flashes?
Yeah, I have seen flashes.
Yeah.
Okay. But it could be work ethic. Again, work ethic is not just what you do on the field.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's part of that film study, understanding why you're doing it, what teams are trying to do against you, you know, or your specific defense that you have in,
right.
you know, and understanding that. But until he really gets that down and focus on that technique,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
Like you really have to.
Well,
I'm curious to just see what he's being taught.
Yeah, well, Newey can attest to this. And you remember back in training camp, it worried me when he said he don't like football, like to hit people.
It didn't sound. It didn't sound right. There's more to football than just that. And one of the issues is, do you love the game?
Right.
That's kind of the question people have. Jay, you can tell us all here. You can't put your body through this if you don't love it and play at a high level. And that comes into questions. How much do you love this? And versus maybe you like having the Cowboy name with you and having a star in your helmet, man.
See, that's what I think that comment was about. Like, it was just, hey, marketing and selling himself. Like, hey, I like to hit people. I'm tough.
Right.
Yeah, but show that between the downs.
Right.
Like, that's what it's really about. That's gonna judge your toughness right there.
Yeah.
Like what you doing between the downs.
What you doing between the downs? What you doing during the week? What you doing at night?
Yeah.
What you doing in the off season?
Well, a
You
lot of,
gotta- because that's where it comes. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to do your film study. You got to work on yourself. You got to work on your body. You got to do all because you got to love the game. It's not just
Got
about
to.
hitting people.
Yeah. Trust me, you getting hit too. So it's just
Right.
like, yeah, you're gonna have a very short career. If you think that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the defensive, defensive tackle. You get hit by both ends. Being inside, that's war daddy.
Down in the trenches.
That's
But what comes with that, it's a mentality though.
Right.
It's more than just being big and strong or whatever. Like, hey, you may bend a little bit, but you're not gonna break. You're not gonna give an inch. You're gonna fight and claw every inch. Like it starts with you.
right.
So Jay, what's the heaviest you played down inside in the trenches?
The heaviest.
Yeah. Because they were talking about that with Mozzie.
I was probably 295, the heaviest, but anywhere about mid-season, I'm typically about 278.
Yeah, but he's different.
278.
He's
different.
Okay, he's
All
different.
right, that's what I'm saying.
He's different.
Yes.
Mozzie was drafted because he was a 330-pound wide body. He was
Right.
drafted because of his
occupy
size
space.
and
Yeah.
occupying space. Ratliff was a pass rusher.
But it's
that's
just the mentality, like being
mindset.
But you got the mindset. But it's different. But he was drafted for his size.
Yeah.
Okay, and to lose that weight, which was your biggest asset, that sets you back.
Yeah.
Yes, he's strong, but his biggest asset was being a big, wide body, take up space.
I think what he's lacking the most is getting off the ball.
Getting off the ball.
Right,
Getting off
he
the
doesn't
release.
really get off the ball.
Well, he's never got off the ball. He played redirect in college.
He played a
Yeah,
lot of 3-4.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you can tell that he's
not
still
a-
waiting and reading the plays before he's getting off.
Right.
Yeah, two
Where
gaps.
he's in a, you're in a 4-3.
Yeah.
Go.
Right.
Like,
But-
that's a green light right there. You only got one gap to worry about?
Yeah. And so that's what I always said. You can't be a great 4-3 defense without a bad motherfucker in the middle.
You got to have a big one technique. Like one can hold down the fort. And then
Right.
the 3 technique
And a 3.
is a dog.
Right.
Hey, he going to hold down the point and be able to pass rush at the same time.
Look at all the great 4-3 defense. They always had a pass rushing tackle.
Yeah.
3 technique, yes.
Yes.
Three tech- yeah, three
And
techniques.
when was the last time the Cowboys had a 3 technique that could get to the quarterback?
I think about Jason Hatcher was the last guy that can give you double-digit sacks.
Right.
He was the last
Right.
guy,
Right.
the last of the
Not
Mohicans.
that can give you, that did give you.
Yeah.
gave
And
me
then we had a tweener.
Yeah.
I go down the line. We had a tweener in Tyron Crawford who was a tweener.
No.
Yeah, but he had 7
But
sacks.
he was a defensive end.
He
He was a
played inside.
Right.
They put him at 0 at times, and
Right.
he was able to get in
Yeah,
there.
he was playing everywhere.
He
Yeah.
was playing everywhere.
And good,
Yeah,
and that's
hybrid.
fine. But you still need that. You still need that mofo.
Jeremy Mincy, he had 6 or 7 sacks. That was the last
And
time.
he was an end, wasn't he?
He was in, but they kicked him inside.
He was okay.
Yeah.
he was
So the
in.
Cowboys, overall, what I'm trying to get at is that the Cowboys don't value that spot. Now, also,
They didn't. When under Rob Marinelli, they did, which why they tried to just get. They never valued that spot. You go back to the draft when they took the center over the guy from Minnesota. I can't even think the center, all-pro center, which is great. It was a great pick. Travis Frederick. When the kid
Sharif Floyd.
Yeah, Sharif Floyd was a higher rated
Floyd.
player on the board, but they passed Sharif Floyd, who was higher rated on the board, to move down to get Travis Frenkel, which was a great pick.
I was going to
But
say,
the-
like, that's a good pick. Like,
No,
You won with that one.
but it was
won with that.
But the problem is that's also why the scouting guy got fired, because you're supposed to adhere to your board. Okay? I mean, he was way higher rated on his board, and again, it was also because Rob Marinelli didn't think, we can get a defensive lineman late in the draft.
Right.
We get a defensive lineman in the 7th round.
Correct.
You know, and
Yeah,
really
because of his coaching style.
Yeah,
all my orphans, you know, he had one guy named the Golden Cock on the team and everything like that. So I get all of that.
Yeah, so he didn't value that position. But
Yeah.
again, it is hell of a Cowboys back, and you can listen. You can love Micah and the defensive ends all you want, but if you're going to be great on the defense, you need to have
the
big
big tackles,
bodies.
your middles straight. Like I mean, like the linebackers, you can't really see their talent, especially
No,
in the
because
run.
you gotta have
Like, you got.
That's
D
what I'm gonna
linemen.
get at next. Yeah.
Tackles are
Yeah.
you send in the linebacker's lap.
Yeah.
Like a linebacker can't. Hey, you can't make a read. You can't make a move. You can't get off anything. You can't even see.
From your perspective, you know, you played nose tackle, you played down in the trenches. You got a guy that's an off-ball linebacker that's playing on the edge like a Micah Parsons. Where would you like to see him at? Because I look at him as a destructive guy that can play anywhere on the field. But if you on the field right now and you got Micah Parsons with you, what would you like to see him at?
Okay, so.
Because you play with D-Ware
So right
and all
now,
of those boys.
okay. So in the
Yeah.
4-3, like I'll like him to my side.
Okay.
Yeah, I like him to my side. Yeah.
you want him at the end. You want him on the line, rushing the quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he does that as well as anybody in the league.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
if we was in a 3-4, like it really doesn't matter to me.
It's good to hear from
Yeah.
from a different perspective, because a lot of people said they would like to have him off ball, sideline to sideline, hook to flat. Yeah.
I would say this. In a 4-3, I don't know if he's gonna hold up to that pressure of, like, hey, if they run straight at him. Like, if you think that I'm lying,
Right.
Like let's say we watched San Fran last year.
Right.
Yeah.
They ran straight at him. Now, like, how much is he weigh? What, 2?
He ran 250, 260. Yeah.
But you're going against Trent Williams.
Yeah.
Problems.
Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, problems.
Problems.
Yeah.
That's what that
Hands
is.
get on you. It's over.
Yeah.
It's just over.
Yep. It's a hotel you just never check out of.
What you got, Newey?
When you talk about that, I go back to a great player from Alabama, Derek Brooks. Not Derek
Okay.
Brooks, but Derek Thomas, who played for Kansas City.
Yeah.
And if you look at Derek Thomas's numbers when Kansas City played in the 4-3 and then when they went to the 3-4, he got a lot more sacks once they went to that 3-4, and they were
Right.
able to take advantage of it. I'm not saying Micah is that, because Derek Thomas was, he's a Hall of Famer for a reason.
Yeah.
But I do think about asking yourself, if you have this great player, do you want to stay within this scheme, or do you bring in someone, let's just say they go and bring in a Bill Belichick, who can make multiple schemes fit for the player?
Yeah.
But I just think if you just decide, hey, man, we're going to run this 4-3 defense and leaving it in, I think what Jay has is a good point here. How much are you really getting out of it? Are you getting the best out of him? And if you think you have a generational player and you're about to pay him $30 million, you better figure out a way to try to put him in the best position possible. That's
Right.
something I think when they do a SWOT analysis of their team afterwards, if we're going to run this defense, we're going to pay this man $30 million, making the highest paid player in the league, how are we getting the best out of him?
Right. Right, and that's why I abolish all of the nonsense of people saying, let's trade Michael Parsons away for multitudes of picks. But I'm like, nah, let's see who's going to be, if quote unquote, if they go with a different coach, let's see what he got in mindset with Michael Parsons, because he might look at it like this could be the guy that can really put this team over the top.
I mean, you go back to the Raiders traded their best defense.
What you say?
The same talent level, the same talent pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get some. You got to get some good dogs at the D line.
You remember when the Raiders traded their defensive end?
Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
What they get for him? And have they ever replaced him?
No.
I mean, it took them a while. I mean, they got the big guy now.
You got Max Crosby.
But they took Max.
Yeah.
They finally got Max. But those picks they got.
They didn't maximize.
No,
That's
they
a
didn't.
good point.
Yeah,
Damn, that's a good point.
Yeah, you know.
Taking
So
Cleveland Farrell out of Clemson was not it. No.
You look at all the picks they got and what they got, and they never replaced him. You know, and it took them a long time. So you can say what you want about Michael Parsons, but you saw what he did get on the field last week, the 2 sacks, immediately coming back, the impact he has. You can't replace that
Right.
in the
That's
draft.
Yeah.
Jay, what kind of relationship do you have with the Cowboys organization now?
Now, I'm good with him. I'll speak to him every now and then when I see him when I go to different events and all of that. But yeah, everything's good.
How do you feel about your career?
I was blessed.
You blessed.
Yeah, no complaints.
Yeah.
No complaints at all. Like it just blopped into something I didn't think it would. I did not really. I'm not gonna say I didn't expect because I know the work that I put in, but
Right. Well, I mean,
I didn't expect all of that.
7th-round pick out of Auburn. You went to Auburn, but 7th-round pick. Pro Bowl ain't promised.
Right.
No.
It ain't promised. There were a lot of guys who were picked higher didn't do near as well, but Pro Bowl ain't promised. And I don't know, if everybody celebrates you for the career you had.
Well, for the most part, yeah, I guess. But I just stay away from that, man. I'm just like, hey, I know I did it. I'm happy. I'm thankful, and just moving on with life now.
What are you doing now? I mean, you told me something earlier, and I want you to tell the people because.
I'm doing investments now with all kind of investments. Yes. I've been doing that since I was playing, but now I kind of recently got into bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding, competitive bodybuilding. He's just not doing it for himself. He's gonna do a show.
Hey, I have to stay doing something to push myself physically all the time.
Like the Phil
the mental part is there.
Ronnie Coleman.
Yes,
lightweight.
Yeah.
Lightweight, baby. Lightweight, baby.
Yes, heavyweight bodybuilding.
I have to do that. I like challenging stuff. I like difficult stuff. I like things that most people don't want to do. Like where you have to be on a schedule and all that. I like that.
So Jay, here's my question now. When you're bodybuilding, how much protein are you eating a day? What are the meals like as you're trying to get show ready?
I would say right now, so my first show that I plan on doing is in August.
Okay.
All right, so right in Frisco Texas. But as far as the food is, everything is extremely lean. There is no oils. There isn't really sauces. No sugar. None at all.
Jeez.
So everything is real clean. Like no fried foods.
What'd you eat today?
All right, today I had my pre-workout meal. Say I had rice, a salad, double portion of rice, 2 cups of rice on that, and then
White rice, brown rice.
White.
White.
I did
okay.
white this time. Yeah, and then ground turkey.
Ground turkey.
Yeah, and I'll eat that before a workout. It gives you more energy. Like you can really push through the workout and not burn out if you eat that way. But then if I was to eat that same meal, I only eat 1 cup of rice.
Oh, wow.
2 cups. That's a lot of rice.
It's less salt. Right.
Rice.
But that don't put.
But it's a pre-workout meal.
That's pre-workout.
You're gonna burn that off.
Well, how many calories a day?
I don't even keep counting anymore. I just stay with my schedule.
Do you cook it yourself?
Yes.
You do it yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
You're gonna get tired of eating the same thing
where'd you grow up?
Valdosta, Georgia.
Huh?
Valdosta, Georgia.
As a country boy from Georgia who grew up eating collard greens and sweet potatoes.
I still eat greens.
Okay, I'm just
Some
saying.
yams
Who grew up eating good old-fashioned fried chicken, and how tough it is to resist.
Now, I'm not going to in the beginning, I was struggling.
Okay.
I was struggling, like just the smell of the food and all of that. But once I got into it, it was just like, this is a lifestyle now. And I just switched.
It just switched. It just cut it off.
Yeah. Well, you take about, 3 weeks to form a new habit?
Wow.
So, yeah.
You studied that? Somebody taught you that? How, where'd you learn that about 3 weeks to form a new habit?
No, I studied that. I was taught that as well.
Right.
And I went through that with a lot of things in my life. Like just begin something 3 weeks straight, just dedicate to it, and then next thing you know, it's habit form.
It's habit.
Yeah.
That protein that you got to get in your body when you're bodybuilding is just, between drinking the shakes and the eating all that stuff, and that helps you get lean.
I only drink shakes when, say, I'm either extremely low on time or I'm cutting.
Okay.
Other than that, everything is meals. Full meals.
Now, that means you're cooking and eating a lot, man.
Yes,
a lot.
Yes, yeah.
That's what folks don't understand. You're making one of them Costco runs, and you buying pounds of chicken.
HEB.
Okay, anyway, someplace you buying pounds of beef.
No doubt.
HEB, that's for me. Yep.
Did you need that? I mean, you talk about the routine. I know, you like that routine, that discipline, being on a schedule, the competition. Do you need that in your life? Because a lot of time when you quit playing, You ain't got nothing to do. You're trying to find something. You're trying to find that same thing that gave you that edge before. Yeah, you know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're trying to find whatever gave you that edge to keep you going every day. You need, is that part of that thirst?
Yeah, like lifting, like the way to physically get everything out that day, like lifting is my thing. Like sometimes I go early in the morning, sometimes I go at night. Right. And nights are my best ones. I love those. They're my favorite.
So the lifting is different because, I mean, you lifted weights playing football. Just talk about the difference in how you lift weights now than you did when you were as a football player.
All right, as a football player, I'm doing like a compound strength movement. So basically, like, hey, it's deadlift, power cleans, the big five.
So in football, you lifting for strength and then
you lifting more for explosion
and strength
and power. Yeah.
You
know, things that can really translate to the field.
Correct.
Right. So like all the exercise you're doing, mainly, you know, your hips are always involved, and it's multiple groups of muscles. Whereas this is everything is specific. Like a day, like Monday chest, Tuesday back.
Correct. Right.
Wednesday shoulders.
Because you're trying to get the striations, you're trying to get the form, sculpture. I've talked to multiple people about that. They were saying that they want to be able to make sure that their physique is right so that when the judges see it, that they will be able to get rated higher enough because, the physique is everything, right?
It's another world with that. Like, every week, it's like I learn something new with the bodybuilding thing, and it's been doing good for me. I like that.
Who's the one bodybuilder you look to and you say, yeah, that right there? This is.
I'm not looking at any of them. I plan to be that guy.
All right. He's the guy right here. Come on with it.
Yeah, like that's really how I think, though. Like, like even with training, like even with playing, I never train with a group.
Wow. Okay.
I always trained alone.
Can I ask you this? Okay, how old are you?
I'm 43.
So the people you're competing with, how old are they?
It doesn't matter.
I agree with that, but I mean, you know,
it doesn't matter.
Is age? I mean, what I'm saying is, you're not in a master division. You're in a regular division. I mean, are you in a master division, or will you compete in a master division of your age group, or is it all about the size?
No, it's going to be about the size. So I'm still adding and gaining.
Yeah, I'm just saying to compete at that level and want to be that guy, when most of those guys are younger, I would assume.
Okay.
I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying that's a challenge. That's all I'm saying. That most of those guys.
But I told you I like challenges.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said he liked them challenges, man.
Yeah.
That's why he went to Auburn.
Auburn.
As we get older, you know how as we get older. No, seriously now. We all of a certain age. We all over 40.
Yeah.
You over 40, right?
Yeah, I'm me and him same age.
Okay.
Yeah, 43.
Your body don't do what it did when you were younger.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, well, maybe you should do something different than what you were doing when you were
young. I agree. I'm just saying, though, that naturally, you know, there are changes in your body.
Okay.
Like a football player, you can't do the same thing. You can't bend. Generally, obviously there are exceptions.
Right.
But you know, whether it's boxing or whatever else, you don't recover the same way.
Right.
Like the thing is, if you let's go back to the habit thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you create this habit, you do this, right? You do this over and over again, like that soreness and this, you don't recover the same. Like all that'll go out of the way. All you gotta do is feed your body what it needs: air, water, food, the right foods, and then it's like, hey, it's like your body start going backwards.
Yeah. Like you Benjamin Buttons now.
Hey, Jay, you said.
I'm trying to help you, man.
You're trying to help me.
Jay, you said you like challenges. Okay, tomorrow, you the general manager, the owner of the Cowboys. What'd you do?
Put yourself in. Come on, they need you on the field.
They said in the comment about it. They put him on the field, Lord. Put him on. Put him in there, man. Get in there, man. What you do?
I give me some third down rushes, though. Yeah, for sure. But it's going to be a makeover.
Right.
Okay.
Mid-season. Sorry.
Mid-season, like right now.
Yeah.
You destroyed. You say, okay, this is what we do.
I'm talking about working on the rebuilding phase right now. Like,
okay.
Working on a new coach. Working on getting some new players in.
Right.
The blue players.
Like all of that. Like I'm cutting players, everything. Like,
Okay.
Well, I mean, obviously that means starting to play younger players and put
Yeah.
those guys in and see what they got for next year because
I
this
see,
year's
I
lost.
agree with that. I
You know,
agree with
this
that. I agree with that.
this year is essentially lost. You know, yeah,
Yeah, he got done. Yeah.
That boy,
This
that boy good.
this year is essentially lost. As a former player, you watch the team. Certainly, you look at the Cowboys. What year were you there?
From 05 to what? 13.
05 to 13. Parcells.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Parcells.
man. I love that guy,
Oh, yeah.
man. Yeah.
Listen, I remember when you came and Willie Blade.
Yeah.
Oh,
He still he messed that up. Listen, how frustrating is it though? I mean, you guys had some success but never got over the hump, and this team still hasn't gotten over the hump.
Yeah.
And been able to be a winner.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always something. It's always something. I don't.
Does it weigh on you as you get older?
Yeah, it weighs on you. It weighs on you when you're there. It weighs on you when you get older, and it's kind of like when you're older and seeing it now.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, man, like I hear what they're saying, but I know what's really going on behind the scenes that they can't say.
Right.
Yeah. Good.
So, Jay, take me back into just two losses that I go back and I remember the teams were really good. The playoff loss in Seattle when Romo had the drop.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
I think
06
we
last
could have
team.
had one
That's
then.
06.
Oh, yeah, we could have had one then. 06.
Yeah.
Yeah, 06.
That was
And then Wade's first year, 13-3. You beat the Giants twice, and you beat them worse the second time, and then you get them in the playoffs. You know, which of those two do you look at and you just say, man, that one hurt me?
The 13-3 season, where we lost to the Giants.
Ooh.
13 Pro Bowlers.
Oh yeah.
You didn't go to Cabo that year, did you?
What?
You didn't go there.
The first time I went to Cabo was just this year.
Wow. Okay. I'm just putting that out there. Now, keep going.
Like,
Keep
what you
going.
talking
Come on. Break it down. That 07.
Did you,
Just
go to,
07.
you didn't go to Vegas either
You didn't go to Vegas?
When?
during that bye week?
No, I went to Vegas last December.
Because there's some people that went to Cabo and some people went to Vegas
No.
during that bye week.
I'm
How
not
frustrating was that, though? You
Yeah,
13-3, your best
13.
record in the league.
No, it
The
was
Giants
just
stole
like-
y'all's
I think
dream.
That was the time, like all that stuff was going on with T.O.
Yeah. No.
Was it? Yeah, I think it was.
07, right? You talking
No,
about
that was T.O. year.
Yeah.
Because that was the,
yeah.
my quarterback. That's my teammate. That's my teammate. That's my quarterback.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, like where the controversy with him was. But
Yeah.
it was just like, hey, it was some stuff that I guess happened off the field or whatever. And I don't know, it infiltrated.
It didn't
the-
stop
the
y'all from
locker
going
room.
13-3, though.
Yeah.
No, well,
You're red
before
hot.
that game, though,
Oh, that weekend before the game.
that week before that game,
Right.
that issue came up. And then it was like the team was divided, and we played like it.
Wow.
Yeah, you played like it.
So one little issue like that can divide the team.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
One little issue.
Yeah.
Man. Well,
It depends on
yeah,
who it
you-
is. Yeah.
Everywhere Tia went, there was division.
No, I'm going to tell you this now. That's not true.
San Francisco,
That's not true. Dallas, he didn't cause any division here.
the quarterback and the receiver didn't like each other.
Yeah, I understand why, but I'm not gonna go in.
Oh,
on
yeah,
that.
not gonna go in.
He said it's not the receiver's fault.
I remember I
He
was
said that. Well, I heard was it ain't the receiver fault.
We're going to talk about that off air.
Very church clued me in on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it ain't.
in on that.
No, I'm
it
just
ain't-
saying, like, you know,
Yeah.
like T.O., like, he always get this bad rap. Like,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just causes vision on the team, or
Yeah.
he causes a problem on the team. Like, he doesn't.
He
Right.
doesn't.
Like, he doesn't, man. Like, the guy is great. I would tell you this. For me, having, like, 4 Pro Bowls in a row,
Right.
4 in a row. I didn't know that. Go ahead.
Google is your friend.
Google my friend.
All
dog.
pro, all
Shoot,
pro.
I didn't know you hit 4 in a row, bro.
Yeah,
Go on,
yeah.
keep
Google-
going.
Google you.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
Here you go.
That offseason,
Uh-huh.
T.O. gave me the trainer number. I traded with them.
Okay.
So Chill helped me with the trainer. He helped me with like, hey, body recovery. He helped me with the foods and all that stuff to eat. Career took off instantly. I don't got nothing bad to say about that man. Like,
Right.
and that dude was really good. There's times where I've seen him, like the camera's on him and there's on the sideline, like, hey, they're saying like, oh, well,
Yeah.
he's begging for the ball or he's mad, he's showing out or whatever.
Right.
And he's actually encouraging everybody, building everybody up.
Oh, because the camera catch it, and he's yelling like
you
this.
Need a narrative.
Yeah.
That dude he's not like that. Like, it's not at all.
Aikman had talked about that one time. And then you heard the sounds of the game, and then when that came out like 3-4 days later when they showed it on like one of the NFL films, and you saw that everything that he was saying was what Jay was saying. It was positive, but at the time it was a national broadcast, and Troy Aikman had spoke about how like, hey man, he's on the quarterback and that kind of thing, so it got misconstrued. So I understand what you're saying on that point there.
Yeah, Jay. Two things I want to point out here, Dan. Who was the vocal leader on the team? And what are the difference of the coaching dynamics between Wade Phillips and, of course, Bill Parcells? The difference of the coaching dynamic.
All right, the vocal leaders on the team, that changed from year to year.
Year to year. Okay.
Yeah. What's crazy is Greg Ellis was pretty quiet, but then when he became vocal, it was like when he spoke, his words were like real powerful,
solid,
moving. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I really like him. Keith Brookings back in the day.
Yeah.
Right.
What's his name? And Zach the
Thomas.
Zach Thomas.
Yeah.
Yes. Him
Well,
too.
they were veterans who could come in and had
I like them.
skins on the
I like
wall
them.
and had something to say. So, tell us about the dynamic between Parcells, the difference in the dynamic going from Parcells to Wade Phillips.
Parcells is everything is strict. It's no nonsense, straight business, straight football, to the point. Like your body language, the way you walk in, all of that.
Right.
He tell you like, hey, if I see you coming in here all the last days ago like you don't want to be here, I'll cut you.
Damn.
Do you think he did it?
No, he did. He was serious about
You
that.
remember
Real?
like we he wanted to wake the team up because like we was somewhere dancing around 500.
Yeah.
Cut Peerless Price. And he was bald.
That's why Peerless Price was gone.
He was bald. He said it.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody was motivated then.
Jeez. Come on, Bill Parcells.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, that
Yeah.
guy, like, he's – but as far as football knowledge, your team is going to be ready.
You're going to be ready.
100%. 100%. Like, he's – all right, you're going to practice or whatever, and then he's like, hey, everybody to the sideline. He puts you in – like, he asks you these questions about different situations you be in a game. He'll just randomly call out a person. Like, you mess it up, like – he's gonna cuss you out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
So, but that got everybody's attention to pay attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like he's a real student of the game, and I'll say this: like, if I didn't have him as my first coach, I don't know how my career would turn out.
Right.
Ooh, that's deep. Y'all pay attention to that. Yeah.
Jay,
Like, he really taught the game.
Yeah.
Now, Wade he's way more lax and trusted you as a player to be professional.
Okay.
So thank God I had Bill.
Yeah.
Right.
You
learn how to be
Yeah.
professional.
Yeah.
So it was like when he inherited us, it was kind of like he had to slow us down because our mentality, we was
Mentality.
Right.
Okay.
because that's how Bill had us.
Right.
Go ahead, because I got a follow-up on something I want to
Give
ask.
me your favorite Parcells saying. He's got so many. Like, what's one that you have taken with you from Bill?
Oh, there's a few of them. Like one is like, don't go to places where you're not wanted.
Right.
The other one is his favorite thing is like you got to fill in the blank after that. It's like if you hurt, you got an injury, like something's going on with you. You're like,
Yeah.
I had a guy. And such. Then he tell you the story. Right. I love that guy, man. I really love him. Or the other one is like, hey, are you gonna play? Or I'm gonna find somebody else. So if you're injured, like that's the question. That's your only choice.
Don't talk to me about the labor. Show me the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they told y'all not to go to strip clubs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait. Them soft legs.
Don't go.
Don't go to strip clubs.
Hey, he even have people in there, man. Like,
Oh, he have somebody in there.
I'm saying you go in there. There's a there. Write that name down. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Oh, my gosh, man. One more coaching dynamics, because if you was here in 05, of course, Zim was still there, right?
Yeah. Zim was there.
So what's the difference now? You seeing on TV Zim is more, I'm not calling him docile, but it appears that he's more docile now in nature because he's a little bit older. That Zim versus this Zim. That's a big handful.
No, I'll put it
Yeah.
this way. Like, hey, the old Zim, like, but he knew he had dogs.
Thank
Right.
you.
So
when you have talent,
he'll
the
talk.
carpenter has tools, man.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay?
All right.
It still come down to players.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like, hey, you got guys like, hey, they can take that. You talk to them like that, like they might snap back, but then it's like, hey, they're gonna do their job even
do their
better.
job.
Like, yeah. Now you talk to these guys like, I'm going to Instagram.
Oh,
I gotta express myself.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like,
No, they got all of that. And Zim don't have the same bark or bite. He can't, he's an older man. He don't have the same bass in his voice.
yeah.
But
Okay.
The man still don't have a dog. So you don't have.
that's
No,
the
he
thing.
don't have a
He
dog.
doesn't have the dog. He's probably thinking this man like this.
Yo, he thinks that. We can tell he like, man, he like, fuck, I'm ready to go go to Kentucky and start racing my horses.
Yeah.
He's ready to do that, man.
But yeah, man, they got to do something defensively.
Just
like,
real quickly,
offensively.
you watch the games. Any hope against Houston this week?
Houston a physical team.
Yes.
They are.
They always been physical. Like even in the preseason, we used to always play them last, like our third preseason game.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it was 4 back then.
Yeah,
Right.
they get up. They get up to play us. Yeah.
Man, like
Yeah.
they physical.
Right.
They
Yeah.
run the ball, and I think that's what they're going to do against Dallas. They're going to test them.
Well, Cowboys
Straight
can't stop the
down
run.
the middle.
Yeah,
No,
they can't
cannot.
stop the run.
Straight down the middle.
Joe
Yeah.
Mixon. Yep.
And their defense is really good. And they're going Cowboys without Dak, and they struggle with Dak. And without Dak, I just don't know how they're going to be able to throw the ball against that defense.
Yeah. But I just don't see any separation for the receivers.
Huh?
Any separation? No.
They have no separation. They have no separators. They have no separators.
Mingo.
Jonathan Mingo.
Got no separators.
Yeah,
Newey,
so it's like I wondered, like, so you can't really say Dak is that bad
Right.
when he has to hold the ball because you're not
yeah,
getting open.
no, you're not
what
getting
I'm saying?
open. The offensive line is awful.
Right.
It's all of that.
Yeah.
You bring up Dak, and you're a former player here, so you got paid here. You enjoy those guys getting their money from Jerry?
As a player, I mean, like, business-wise, hey, do you, man?
Get your money,
Yeah.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm never.
It was here with Andy Spencer and all the stuff, and everybody having to fight, and
Spencer
All of that.
couldn't stay healthy,
Hatcher
man.
couldn't. He had to go get paid somewhere else.
Yeah, he did.
It's,
Man.
I don't know. I just think you could have used that money to get some other pieces that you needed.
Yeah, they need another piece. Newey, how you see the game, real quick?
When you can't run the ball, you can't stop the run. And you turn the ball over 10 times in 2 games.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It doesn't look good at all. And I said it last week. We were at church when somebody's asked about Cooper Rush. I said, Cooper Rush is a quarterback. He's not a magician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is hard to play quarterback when you don't have a run game.
Yeah.
You don't have the blocking you used to have. Jay talking about no separation. You only got one
Separation.
receiver.
And he's barely separated.
So
Dang. Yeah.
He does.
And so
He's a route runner.
Yeah, it's not his game. Yeah,
He's a route runner playmaker. But he runs a
two-way goals,
He runs a
you know.
4.5. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
how are you going to win? It is right. And plus, I mean, what is it? And won a home game all year long.
Yeah.
In these games, I mean, down 20. You down 20 in every game.
Down 20. Every home game, they've been down by double digits heading to the fourth quarter.
Right. So
They won a home game since 2023.
So we now all of a sudden this week is going to change.
Yeah.
I don't
Thinking
know.
now.
It's going to be tough.
2023 is the last time we won.
No, not the way he was running the ball right
Yeah.
now. Right.
Just last year, got that.
but you made you think though. It's going to be 25.
It's all right. It's all right, man.
But here's the thing though, and I saw a report out there that Rico is averaging 5.2 yards per tote in the last 2 games. But we abandoned the run. I think the run will open
you
up the
down
pass.
20 in the game.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
down.
You
yeah,
abandoned
down.
the run
Yeah,
because you were
have
down.
to. You have
Yeah,
to.
you have
You got to
to,
catch up.
Yeah.
You got to catch up.
Yeah, no, you in
Bro, that bro
But
averaging
the
2
thing is,
yards per
it's
pass
like,
though.
even the way they're like using that, like if you was looking at what he was doing
Yeah.
last year, they was doing pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
They were using play action.
Right.
They had a run game.
Right.
Like Dak is a better passer on the move than he is drop back
Yeah,
passer.
Right.
he is.
Period.
Especially rolling out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Man, one more dynamic. You got a chance to see the birth of Tony Romo. What is your thoughts between Tony Romo and Dak Prescott, the whole situation between those two? Both of those guys, in my opinion, really good, but we had a lot of issues with team dynamics and coaching, in my opinion, which hold those guys back. But what are your thoughts on both of the quarterbacks there?
I thought Romo was good. Like, real real personable. Like talk with the players. Involved with everybody. I mean, like I'm sure, like everybody on the team, like
Right.
had their drama or whatever. But he was good. With Dak, I really don't know him like that.
You don't know.
But
Yeah,
to
of course.
see, but like to see, like, hey, if he makes a mistake, the face that he makes, and you can tell like how his mind, like if I was on the field and I saw that, like when he makes that face, and then it's like, hey, oh, his mind is turning right now. He wondering what everybody gonna say,
Right.
everybody thinking. He ain't here right now. Like, so, hey, keep putting the pressure on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like mentally break him.
Somebody should come over there instead of him looking at the tablet.
Hey,
Because I noticed he'd throw the interception, he'd go to this tablet, man. It'd be
What?
tablet that.
That's what you're supposed to do. You
Yeah,
gotta
no.
but in the past,
I'm talking about like, hey, when he's just sitting there like looking at the jumbotron,
Yeah.
like, what happened? Then
Somebody
you
should
gotta look
be
on his face like, yeah. Like as a player, as a defensive player, I read everything you do.
Right.
Your body language, your posture, what side is up, what side is down. I know what side I'm attacked because of that. Like your gait when you're tired, the habits you do when you're tired. Even if you try to disguise it, don't worry about it. I'll wait. You're gonna go back to your
Damn, boy,
you're
you're a student of the game over here, man. Come on with it.
For real.
But
But once I see that,
Yeah.
oh man, I'm gonna get all in.
Oh,
yeah.
And it's also different because he was in the locker room with Romo. He wasn't in the locker room with Dak.
Yeah, I know.
And
I
so
understand that.
it's hard. And I just know from outside, in my perspective, I think Dak was a better leader. Is that better leader for his teammates and how he relates to his teammates?
Because you got a chance to see, y'all two got a chance to see.
I mean, I saw
all
Romo
the
again.
dynamics.
I can see that, like,
It's the
'cause,
Carter
like
days.
maybe like it's a quarterback and they typically always put him in a leadership position.
Yeah.
Like, hey, where you try to put like Romo in a leadership position, I wouldn't say he was the leader on the team.
Right. Yeah, see, and Dak is most questionably a better leader.
I guess he says the right things.
He says the right thing, leads the right thing, but he's always there. He's always in the locker room. He
Yeah.
doesn't.
I
He's
believe
with
that.
his
I
players.
believe
He's always with them, and so it's different. The bottom line is neither one of them won, and they are both in the same boat, and that's where the Cowboys have been, since 1997 through your career, through Romo's career, right now through Dak's career. It is what it is, and now we had to Monday's game. It's the Texas team. You got Houston people. I got my cousin here in the house who's from Houston. They here ready to come in and let everybody know that Houston is the best team in the state. They're gonna try to put a whipping on them like Detroit did. They're gonna try to make a point.
I agree with that. Like, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I'm telling you, they're gonna
Texans, like, there's one of those teams that can do that.
Yes, they gonna try to make a point. Because it's on national TV, it's on Monday Night Football. Everybody going to be at home watching.
Yeah.
They want to let everybody know we are the new kid on the block.
The best in
in the state of
Texas.
Texas.
And they've been trying to do that for a long
But
time.
that's their whole mentality.
Yeah.
Houston whole mentality. It's the top Dallas because they little brother. From a national
The
standpoint.
armpit. Come on with it.
So,
Well, now we say a marketing standpoint.
yeah,
marketing standpoint.
all that for sure, man. But, again, we appreciate you, Jay.
Thank you
Appreciate you
for having
coming
me.
out. Appreciate you, Newey Scruggs, coming out, taking time out, watching on NBC 5 nightly.
Yeah.
Best
There you go.
sportscast in DFW. And certainly we got Law Nation taking care of business. Our producer extraordinaire is Clarence Hill.
Give me my thing.
Cowboys and Chill. Appreciate you.
Yeah, baby. We up out of here.